I know you have been a leader in willing to embrace crypto. You have made it so that people can be in Bitcoin. We hear that you are thinking about Ethereum. These are incredible things. Now, Blackrock is not known as a gunslinger by any means. So you obviously must believe that this may be as an alternative. Is this an alternative in order to be able, because of a deficit, maybe something long-term people should have?
Absolutely.
That was Larry Fink, CEO of Blackrock, saying Bitcoin is definitely something people should have on their balance sheet, everybody. But we have someone exposing what these wallets are doing, what Blackrock is doing, what these other large institutions are doing. And I want to show you something in the charts that is spelling doom for Bitcoin. Bitcoin might have a 15-20% dump over the next 24-48 hours because BlackRock might try to push that price down so them and their cronies can get in. Well, let's talk about the wallet that got exposed, everybody. We're using Arkham here. Big shout out to Arkham Intelligence. We've used them in the past to look at the Mt. Gox shipment of Bitcoin, but now they're exposing BlackRock, Fidelity, Ark, and VanEck. And guess what, folks? It didn't take a rocket scientist to figure out they are all buying Bitcoin as we speak. So let's dive into the actual wallets, and then I'll show you what I saw on the charts that is potentially spelling Bitcoin's doom. There's definitely a correction on the horizon, folks. All right, first wallet that we're going to look at is, of course, BlackRock here. You can just see how many inflows are here, and all of this is Bitcoin. And what's even crazier, all of these are over $1,000 transactions. No test transactions in this graphic. But what is BlackRock's strategy when it comes to Bitcoin? And does BlackRock potentially have any insight on where the nation might be heading when it comes to Bitcoin policy? Well, there's a huge link, everybody. Larry Fink could potentially be the next Secretary of Treasury here. Could BlackRock's Larry Fink be Trump's next Secretary of the Treasury here? Prominent among the contenders for the Treasury Secretary post is Larry Fink, the chairman of BlackRock, one of the 8 founders, the biggest asset management company worldwide. He is a potential pick because of his close ties to Trump. BlackRock has actually handled his finance and his investment portfolio. Beyond the personal ties, however, is his opinion on crypto could change the nature of the market. Now, regarding using crypto inside normal banking, Fink, very, very receptive, everybody. So this might make it a lot easier for your local bank to hold Bitcoin and store it for their customers there. And should Larry Fink be chosen, the Bitcoin industry might discover a more favorable regulatory climate, therefore opening the path for more general use and innovation, aka Bitcoin is going to pump off this news because BlackRock is going to start holding more and more Bitcoin. All right, well, the next wallet we're looking at, everybody, there's only 4, and then we're going to the charts. Next up is Fidelity. Well, Fidelity's in the news lately because Fidelity just passed BlackRock in a surprising move. It's not just BlackRock and their IBIT ETF out there. While BlackRock's IBIT was the torchbearer of the major inflows throughout the past 10 days, Fidelity actually outshined all others on the last trading day. On Friday, Fidelity saw $141 million of inflows, while BlackRock only saw $116 million of inflows. And with the nonstop inflows over the past 10 days, IBIT has brought in more than $1.3 billion during this time, and then Fidelity actually beat them Friday. Well, Fidelity also on the verge of hitting a major milestone, crossing more than $10 billion, and that's in net assets under management, and now the total assets under management stands right there at 9.96. You can see as Fidelity getting closer and closer to $10 billion, folks, we are setting up a very historic July here. Now, I'm covering up a little bit. This is only July 19th, so we only got 2/3 of the month right above my right shoulder here. That is well on its way to maybe, if not eclipsing, or at least hitting near where March hit. So about 2/3 of the way, we got 40,000, 60, 70,000 is in the cards. Much more than April, which was outflows, much more than May, and much more than June. So this is going to be very bullish for Bitcoin here. All right, the next one we're looking at is Ark. Ark Invest, of course, is Cathie Wood. And Cathie Wood, they are saying Bitcoin is oversold, aka the price is low. They're saying the miners are capitulating. So according to their report, just released earlier this month, a few days ago, they said it's oversold after Germany's government initiated a multi-billion-dollar sell-off of 50,000 Bitcoin. They seized this in 2020 from a pirated movie site here. Now, like I said, they're saying it appears oversold. Current levels of the miner outflows suggest that miners are capitulating, and this is really exciting, a harbinger of a bullish reversal. Now, folks, we're going to dive into the charts in just one more second. We just got one more wallet to look at, everybody, and the the last wallet we're looking at is VanEck. VanEck is also bullish on Bitcoin. In fact, they're reaching out globally to give all their customers across the world access to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin issuer VanEck has teamed up with asset manager Ark Invest to launch the first ever offering of Bitcoin exposure within the French retirement savings plans. The CEO of VanEck Europe emphasizing their belief in Bitcoin as an innovative long-term asset. However, with the current volatility and the price, it is reflecting a value-seeking phase typical of emerging assets. So, maybe right now in a little bit of a cool-off period. But speaking of cool-off period, I want to show you this, folks. This is a dire warning. Things might get a little bit scary. Now, I told you about the bullish divergence. We did a video on this thing. Bitcoin had a fantastic pump off this bullish divergence. You can see, nice little 22% pump. If you're patient and you held it in until now, you were up 26%. But now we're seeing the reverse. We're seeing a bearish indicator, a bearish div forming. And I back-checked this, folks. I had to go back months to find a bear div this strong, and I found one at the tail end of February, the beginning of March. You can see it right here. We had a nice little peak, followed by another little peak. However, the RSI was heading down, and look what happened to the price, everybody. Bitcoin experienced a massive crash in just one 4-hour candle. You can see we fell almost 20% just pretty much simultaneously, so 17% drop. So 17% dump in just one candle. Now, we are seeing the same thing happening right now, but it is important to note, we consolidated for a little bit before we got the massive dump to the downside. In fact, we actually even had a scam pump to the upside. If you look, we actually had a higher high before we ended up dumping. So be careful, with any kind of short-term pump. I am predicting there could be a little bit of a price correction event. The reason why is so BlackRock CEO Larry Fink and all his cronies, so they can buy some cheap Bitcoin. So we got the whales on the sidelines. They're buying more Bitcoin, but we got this bear div forming. And so keep your dry powder on the sidelines. You might have a cheap opportunity in the next 48, 72 hours. That's all I got for you. And hopefully I see you and your diamond-handed Satoshis at the top.